So in today's video I'm going to be doing a first impressions of the Kaleidos Makeup Futurism palettes. So I picked up the full set. I'm going to pick out one of the palettes to use in this video and let you know my initial first impression thoughts on them. I'll also show you how they came packaged and some more information about how my order process went and all that jazz. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Bettina and I'm the makeup enthusiast. I picked up the full set. So they sell each of the Futurism palettes individually. They also sell a Deep Sea palette, which was their first palette they released, and they also sell the Futurism collection, and they also sell the Deep Sea Futurism set. That's the set I went for, so I picked up all 4 of their palettes that they actually have available at the moment. That set is $94 US. It does include free international shipping for that price. They do have free international shipping over $59 US, which is the price of the Futurism collection. This full set ended up costing me $136.48 Australian dollars. That was with the price conversion between US and Australian dollars. So I think $136 for 4 eyeshadow palettes is not too bad with free postage. I think that's pretty good. These palettes shipped to me on the 24th of April and they arrived on the 3rd of May. So it took just over a week, so a week and 2 or 3-ish days. So I think that was very impressive shipping in my opinion, particularly to Australia. I think that's really impressive shipping times. Now a little bit about the brand Kaleidos Makeup. Kaleidos Makeup is a Chinese and American team, but I do believe they're based in China and they do ship out of China. They arrived in the mail in these green cardboard boxes. These were both wrapped in like an individual pillow of bubble wrap that was kind of specially designed for this box. It was almost like a pillow envelope. It was very interesting. And then they came like this. This box had a ribbon around the outside. I've undone the ribbon. And then we had this as well, a little card in here that says this package has traveled a great distance through time and space to reach you. Now the future is in your hands, the rest is up to you. Welcome to a new age of makeup. With people like you, the future of makeup is bright. So that's pretty cool little touch there. And then we also have some more bubble wrap, like some foam, and then inside are the 3 palettes. And then with this one here we have the same again, the little card again. We have some more foam. And then inside this one is the Deep Sea Luster palette. This is what the Deep Sea Luster palette looks like. It comes in this extra cardboard box. And then inside again is the actual palette. So this is what the 3 palettes look like. My experience of the ordering process, the website was really easy to follow. There was a lot of hype around these palettes and they're still in stock, so they have plenty of stock, which I really appreciate from a smaller indie brand. I do appreciate that they have plenty of stock, so they haven't sold out of these at all. The packaging is impeccable. Do I think it's necessary that each palette comes wrapped in foam inside of a box that's wrapped in bubble wrap, that's wrapped in the packaging that's it's shipped in? I think that may be a little bit excessive, and I don't necessarily think that it needs to have that much packaging. I do appreciate their thought process with traveling, like trying to make sure that the palettes don't get damaged or anything like that. But I think it may be a little bit of overkill, and I think it is pretty unnecessary, the packaging that they have. I might try and keep these boxes for something, I don't know what, but most people are going to throw these out. So I think it could be a little bit less on the packaging terms. Same with this one, like it's a palette inside of a box, inside of a box, inside of bubble wrap. It's a little bit much in my opinion, just in terms of being a little bit more environmentally friendly, trying to reduce my waste and all that. It's a bit much just for like 4 palettes that could have essentially just been put in the bubble wrap pillow that they had, and it probably still would have arrived very safely to me if it was just packaged like this. I do appreciate the effort, but I think it's extremely wasteful. I think for today's video I'm gonna either use Futurism 3 or Futurism 1. These are the Astro-Pink and Sci-Fi Green palettes. This is what the packaging looks like. It's stunning. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. I love how just petite and small these are. They're absolutely beautiful. There's a lot of thought gone into these palettes in my opinion, and the magnet is like really good quality. The packaging is really good quality. The only thing I will say is this little slip here keeps slipping out for me, so I'm not sure what I'll do with that. But sticking with the Kaleidos Futurism III Astro-Pink palette, so this is what the packaging looks like. It is beautiful packaging. This is what the colors look like. These palettes sell for $24 US each, or you can buy all three for the $59 and you get free shipping when you buy all three. So starting with Cosmos, so that's a black with a silver glitter through it. Then we have Neptune. That is stunning. It's like a blue with a purple with a pink through it. That is beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm going to swatch over that again. But it has like a blackened base to really make the glitter pop. That's beautiful. Then we have Nebula. Oh, that color is beautiful as well. I live for those colors, those purpley colors. Then we have Lightyear, which is another beautiful color. It's like a pinky silver. Then we have Stardust. And Luna. So those two have a very similar colour to them. We don't necessarily both need to be in the palette, but they are. This one is darker than this one. So I'm going to try and use all 6 colours. Now just to see how these perform without some slip and grip, I'm going to set my eyeshadow base just to see how they perform like without any stickiness or grip or wetting or anything like that. Okay, starting off with the colour Luna in my crease. I'm going to blend that up towards the brow bone. Now the mattes, when I'm dipping my brush into the pan, they don't kick up all that much. It's a good sign if you don't like really powdery shadows, because they don't appear to be super powdery. I feel like this colour would look really nice with that shimmery pink just on the lid and like Bob's Your Uncle. Maybe darken it up with a little bit of Stardust in the outer corner, but that would look beautiful. I'm then going to go in with Stardust just to deepen the crease, and I'm going to aim this mainly for the crease and keep it quite low. These mattes are really nice. And they're working on my like base, which isn't sticky anymore, which is a good sign. I generally, to be honest, I don't enjoy working with a sticky base. Like I like laying down a sticky base when I need to have like shimmers stick, but in terms of mattes, I don't really enjoy using a sticky base for mattes. I'm just going to dip back into Luna, blend out that top edge on this eye. I've just got this little like no-name brush. Then I'm going to just Cosmos, which is the black, just on the tip of the brush. I'm going to tap off the excess, and when I tap, not much comes off, which I'm enjoying. I'm just stamping this on the outer corner. And the sparkle in this black, like when I blend it out, it goes away, which you'll often find in dark matte. So I'll add a glitter into it that kind of disappears once it's blended. One good thing I do like about this collection is the fact that there's no double up colours between the 3 palettes. I think they've done a really good job of not doubling up on colours. Just got my MAC 217, I'm going to swap over to using this with that black. This probably will blend a bit better. I'm just using the black to map out this corner here of like what kind of shape I want to go with. I don't mind this black, it's quite easy to blend. I'm getting a little bit of fallout, but I am being quite rough. If any of you have been here for a prolonged period of time, you know I'm pretty messy when it comes to doing my blending and my packing. I kind of load up my brush probably more than I need to, and then I just kind of throw it on my eyes and blend out quite aggressively sometimes. But that can get me fallout sometimes, particularly with shimmers. I do tend to probably pick up a little bit too much on my brush sometimes, but I really like that bold shimmer when it comes to using colours like that. I think I'm happy with how the black's looking. I'm just having a little bit of trouble with this eye, particularly just in this tiny little area here, just having it not look patchy. Then taking a clean packing brush, which such a thing does not exist in my collection of brushes at the moment. I really need to clean my brushes. I've got this Super Beauty 530 brush, and then I'm going in with Neptune, which is the blue. I'm kind of shimmering this into my eyeshadow to get some on my brush, and I'm laying this all over my lid. Just want to see how this goes with a dry base, and then if it doesn't work, I'll grab out some glitter glue and see how it goes then. So it's definitely not the best dry from what I can tell. It is a bit of a chunkier shimmer, so I'm not really surprised, to be honest. Oh, here we go. So I still haven't wet my brush. I'm just building it. And like, it looks quite buildable when it's dry still, so I'm impressed. Oh, I am very impressed. So still haven't wet my brush. I'm extremely impressed, and I'm definitely getting fallout, but it's only very fine fallout. But I will clean my eyes up before I do my base. I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush later and just like clean up the line of the blue, but I'm really happy with how this builds. Obviously, if you lay down a wet base, this is going to stick a lot quicker and easier. You won't have to do anywhere near the amount of building that I'm doing. Just going to take my little smudger brush from Suva and just try and use this to help me clean up like the inner corner here. Just make the line a bit more precise for this blue. I think I'm happy with that with the blue. I'm just going to go back into the black and just like blend this edge here just a little bit. I'm going to try not to disturb it too much. Just taking a fluffy brush to blending out this edge on this side in particular. I might grab a little bit of Luna to help me blend this out. I think I'll just grab a tiny little bit of Nebula. Just run into this crease. As always, I'm going to jump off camera and do my base, and then I will come back and finish up the rest of my eyes and give you my final first impression thoughts. Okay, I'm back. I did my base. So now I just want to do my lower lash line. I still have 2 more colours to use. Let me grab out my little smudger brush that I love using for my lower lash line. I use this in like every single video. Ever since I got this smudger brush, it's my go-to. I'm just going to dip into Cosmos just to pop it on the outer corner here. Just a tiny bit. Just so it blends a little bit better with the upper lash line. And then I'm going to rub Nebula on the remainder of the way of my lower lash line. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to use Latia. Oh, that's a very pretty colour. That is a very, very pretty colour. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. That is beautiful. Now I want to do a look with just that on the eyelid. Oh my gosh, that is stunning. So I think for liner, I have, this is Piggy Bank from Colourpop. It's like a really bright purple. I think I'm going to use this on the lower lash line. So my first impression thoughts on this palette, I absolutely think it is a beautiful little palette. The packaging is stunning. The style of the palette is stunning. They've just excelled with the quality of this product. I think the price is really reasonable, $24 US for 6 shadows. That's really reasonable in my eyes. $4 each a shadow. That is cheaper than a lot of brands that sell single eyeshadows. I think this is a good little palette. I would even consider taking this on holidays with me. There's a lot of nice shadows in here that I could do for daytime looks. I could also spruik it up for nighttime looks. I think this is a beautiful little palette. This is the color scheme from the collection that I was most excited about. This really spoke to me with the way the packaging was designed and the color scheme inside. It's really beautiful. Like I said, when I was applying my shadows, I really wanted to see how these performed with a dry base. So if you haven't been able to make the investment to get an eyeshadow primer, or you don't like eyeshadow primers, I think this will still perform really well for you. You might get a little bit of fallout from those shimmer shadows, so I would suggest doing your eyes first if you're not going to be wetting the shadows or applying them to a sticky base. I think you should do your eyes first because you will get a little bit of fallout, but I do think that they are buildable. They're beautiful. Like you saw how they applied in the demo. The shimmers built really nicely, and on a dry base they even built really nicely. I can't wait to use these with my glitter glue for the shimmers to see how beautiful they look. I just think that this palette is beautiful. It's really inspired me. There are so many looks that I can think of right now when I look at this palette to do. I really want to try the purple and the blue together, and this pinky silver color on the lid with the purple in the crease. I think that would be beautiful. Do I think that you need to pick it up? Obviously no, you don't need any makeup, but if you do feel that these colors will fill a hole in your collection, I don't think you'll be disappointed if you pick this palette up. The teal is beautiful. This shimmery silver with a pink shift to it is stunning. It is absolutely beautiful. These two matte colors as well, they're beautiful to blend, and I think they could pair really nicely with any of the colors in the palette. The only one in the palette that I wasn't 100% happy on was the black with the glitter in it. I'm not the biggest fan of black. I don't use black all the time. I would probably stick to using this one as like my outer corner color in future. That's just how I prefer to do my makeup. Particularly, I really gravitate towards colors like this matte purple here. I just think it looks really nice with my brown eyes. I think it just suits me. Pinker, more purpley colors on my eyes, that's just the color I gravitate towards. So I probably would use this a lot more on the outer corner and potentially deepen it up just a tiny little smidge with this black, rather than something that I have done today where I've used black as my outer corner color. I think it's a really nice palette. Like I said, the black is like the only color in the palette I don't like. At the start of the video I mentioned that I didn't think that both of these needed to be in the palette, but I do think that they'll pair really beautifully with the rest of the colors in the palette. You do also get a mirror in here. It's not that big, but I guess if you need to do your makeup in a pinch, it is big enough for you to be able to see your eyes in it. So I think you could definitely get away with using this to do your full eye look. So those are my first impression thoughts on this particular palette. Let me know down in the comments if you have picked up any of these palettes from Kaleidos Makeup and how you are enjoying them. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, if you are new around here, I hope you would consider subscribing down below so you can keep up to date on all my videos. That's it for this video, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. I'm really happy that I decided to pick up these palettes because I have been really inspired by this palette just from playing it today. I've got a couple of looks going through my head already, so I am glad that these have been able to inspire me to play with them a bit more.